I still have that letter that Sock sent Monet. We could use that. Tell Tommy this is a gift from Monet to Hot.
Her name was Monique.
Oh, Monet?
Her. So she came to my house and she gave me a letter. She wanted me to give it to Tommy.
Why the fuck you think I would come after Tasha? Because that's what Kate Egan told me.
Who the fuck is Kate Egan?
It's Tommy Egan's mother.
And what did she say?
She told me that you gave Tommy Tasha's address.
Question is, who put her up to this shit? Because that motherfucker's gonna die.
Welcome back, Top Notch Gang, to another video, and in this one we're breaking down season 4 episode 2 of the last and final season of Power Book 2 Ghost. And this one we got a lot of information, a lot of clues of what's gonna take place going forward. So of course we gotta jump into the new information revealed about how Tariq and Monet are gonna find out how Drew and Diana set this whole plan into motion to get both of them killed. We gotta go into Tariq and Brayden making their way back into the game. We got new scenes of them asking Davis to find them a new plug. Gotta break that down as well. Diana, her pregnancy was finally revealed. We got a lot to talk about that situation. I told you so. I'm gonna talk my shit when we get to that point because y'all called me crazy. We gotta talk about the law enforcement side of things as Detective Don Carter finally got a lot more scenes, more details about his background. We're gonna see him a lot more going forward. And last but not least, Kane and Effie basically making moves, moving up in Noma's organization, how that's gonna play out going forward. So without further ado, you guys can leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this episode down below. But let's get right into it. Now, of course, we got to kick shit off with Monet. Throughout this entire episode, she was trying to fix her relationship with her kids, protect them, also dig into who shot her, of course. She got into a fight with Kane and Drew. She overheard Drew and Diana talking to one another, how she basically messed them up forever, that they don't want to be like her and everything like that. And she came to the conclusion that they aren't searching for her shooters. Obviously not, considering the fact that they set the shit up. But this all led to her meeting with Tariq at the end of the episode, and they finally got the clues and details that all you guys theorized about Kate Egan, the ring camera, everything like that. We all knew this was gonna come back full circle, and it finally did. Tariq revealed that it was Kate Egan who told him that Monet gave the letter to Tommy. Obviously, we know it was Diana dressed up as Monet with the red hair and everything like that, and we're expecting the ring camera to prove this. Now, obviously, I don't think they could talk to Kate Egan, considering the fact that she's supposed to be in Chicago. I don't know how the timeline of this show is really working, but she probably shouldn't be there. Maybe they get the footage, and this is what reveals that's what's gonna take place going forward, which makes sense because the episode 3 description talks about Monet realizing her kids might not be being honest with her, so everything is gonna blow up in this next coming episode. And that's why in a new episode 3 trailer we got the screaming scene. We're gonna go into that more detailed this weekend, but obviously we know all these clues are gonna add up and Drew and Diana are gonna have to go on the run. But we'll get into that more this weekend, like I said, as well as something else that was revealed within this episode, that being Diana's pregnancy, which could come to be her only saving grace in this war that's about to bubble over with the whole Tejada family. So I predicted this since last year. I made 3 videos about this before the season even came out. People said I was crazy, but here we are. Diana pregnancy, we saw her take the test at home, and then she went to a doctor to get it confirmed, and the doctor said yes, she is pregnant. Now the doctor was giving her some truth, talking about abortion, basically saying that she might not have the family fit for this, and she just speaking facts. Diana got pissed, stormed off. She said she know who the father is and everything like that. We know this is gonna escalate with the whole them finding out Diana and Drew tried to kill Monet situation going on, and once again this could be her saving grace, as we all know. I'm expecting Tariq and Monet to find this out possibly episode 4 or 5, which makes the most sense with Monet discovering what they did in the next episode and needing a reason to want to forgive them, to want to be a family again, and I think this will be that reason. Also to the fact that we know Tariq will pull up on Diana with the gun It says in the episode 4 description, Tariq and Monet are both on the hunt, and he said to Brayden within this episode that the Tejadas, Effie, Noma, they're all gonna get what's coming to them. So I think up until the point where he finds out she's pregnant is when he's gonna be gunning for all of them. And of course, we got the scene of Tariq in the Tejada house pointing the gun at someone, and we now know it's Monet. And what reason will Monet have to protect Diana in this moment if she didn't find out that she was of course pregnant? Of course, we also saw the scene of Tariq attacking Salim in the trailer. A lot of people keep trying to say it could be Salim's baby, blah 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 blah. He is such an irrelevant character, bro. I'm surprised they even bringing him back for the scene of Tariq attacking him. If you guys don't remember, in season 3, after Lorenzo died, he broke up with that lame ass nigga, and her and Tariq slept together last that night. And also, this one nigga keep putting in my comments, Tariq always used the condom, Tariq always used the condom. Like, nigga, were you there or something? Because they never showcase that. Like, we never even see them actually do it. They kiss, cut the scene, and we just see Effie arrive the next morning. So were you there, nigga? Cause I don't know how you could just assume bro used the condom. But nonetheless, Tariq is the dad. I think it makes even less sense if they tried to make Salim the dad. The story would be more interesting. It will be more higher stakes if Tariq was the dad, because now he still has a connection with the Tejadas, the whole war that's going on between all of them. It just makes way more sense that it's Tariq's. But I didn't went on a whole rant about that. Let's move on. Like I said, we'll dive into that more this weekend. So that's the two major stories we're gonna have to look at going forward, but for the rest of the episode, we got a lot of bits and details that can still play out in interesting ways. For example, Kane, Effie, they both kind of moving up in Noma's organization, and we got to talk about what that means for Obie. I had him as one of my debt predictions, and in this specific episodes, we finally see Noma question Obie about the green cards, how did he get them and everything like that. She also says maybe he has allegiance to someone else, and we see at the end of this episode when she had tasked Kane with getting the Russians back on her side, he got the job done. He was mad about it initially, but then she saw an opportunity to move Kane up. I told you guys she's going to be working very closely with him throughout the entirety of the rest of the season, and as you guys know, they're going to form some type of love relationship with one another as well, and we know that's what Obie wanted. We saw that nigga in episode 1 while she worried about her daughter trying to get into her pants. So this nigga is insane, but I think with Kane stepping up to take that role eventually, Obie is going to have to go. So we got to see if everything still keeps escalating to the point where Obie is just knocked off, especially because he was one of the few people who got questioned by Don Carter within this episode, who also questioned him about the green cards, his relationship with Tariq and everything like that, and even arrested the nigga. Now, I don't think Obie is a snitch, but you have to wait and see. I do think Kane is coming to take his top spot. As we know later down the line, it'll be Kane and Noma versus basically Drew and Don Carter, but that's another video for another day. Another thing we see with Don Carter, of course, he finally confronts Tariq, talks about James, talks about Tasha getting kicked out of Whitsack, basically saying he gonna put Tariq exactly where he belongs, which causes Tariq to of course go visit Tasha in this episode. We knew that was coming as well. This scene has been out for a very long time. Then they had this little weird creepy white nigga working at Tasha's job, calling her sweetie, trying to put his arm around her and shit. Tariq was pissed. I saw it in his face. He was ready to knock this nigga off, but he went into the parking lot, stomped on his head, kicked this nigga in his back, basically told him leave Tasha alone and shit like that. If he say anything, he gonna blow up his house. I ain't gonna lie, I was joked out because I knew he was gonna do this nigga some shit. Tariq ready to crash out, but this scene felt so random, but I needed to laugh. The shit was funny. And last but not least, our dogs Brayden and Tariq saved them for last. They decided they're getting back into the game, and they're gonna take out who's ever in their way because they're struggling. My dude Brayden, his family of course getting kicked out because of the whole Westing Holdings Ponzi scheme shit that happened at the end of last season. Of course his dad disowned him in episode 1 because Kane beat the shit out Trace, and of course Drew kidnapped Becca. They had to go save her, so he can't even help his family. My dude working a 9 to 5. My dude Tariq fucking a busboy. They got him sweeping and they got this man cleaning jock straps and shit. I'm like, hell no, these niggas gotta get back to the the drugs, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. We got the leaked scene last week of them basically asking Davis to find him a plug, but now with the new episode 3 trailer coming at the end of this episode, we see the nigga they're gonna be working for, and this nigga look a little crazy, like unhinged. So we're just gonna have to see how that plays out going forward. Honestly, I think they're not gonna like working for this nigga and try to get back with Noma, as that's the best thing they could possibly do, because this nigga, I ain't gonna lie, he just looks like a nigga you don't want to work with. But they see that they really have no choice. Tariq, once again, trust fund gone, working fucking at the Stansfield. Brayden, I don't even know where he work at, and this nigga don't even go to school no more because he got suspended when he took the court case and took the charge for Tariq in like season 2. So these niggas like, fuck it, we just gonna get back into the game and do what we gotta do, which is something else that's funny considering the fact that towards the end of episode 1 they were saying that what would it be like to be normal college students and everything like that, and now they like, nah, we good, let's get back to this drug shit. But of course we got to see how this plays out. We got to see how tensions rise and everything like that. We do see a scene in the trailer where there's supposed to be a meeting between Tariq, Davis, and Noma and Kane on the other side. So I want to see how this comes about. Is it because she found out Tariq was selling? Is it because she's trying to get back in Noma's graces? We're going to have to see how it gets to that point. But for now, we know they're getting back into the game. Overall, that's it for this video. You guys to leave your thoughts and opinions on season 4 episode 2 of Power Book 2 Ghosts. It was a pretty decent episode, I guess. Episode 1 was more entertaining. They had a lot more going on, but this one set up a lot of stakes that we're gonna see going forward. Of course, we're gonna have to dive into each of those with more detail, so expect 2 videos this weekend. One focused on Diana's pregnancy, how this could get her out of this war that's gonna take place between the rest of her family, as well as Monet and Tariq using this new clue about K. Egan, possibly go and check the camera you guys have been talking about for over a year now, and that leads them to discovering Diana went to Kate's house pretending to be Monet and everything like that. So we're gonna dive into those with more detail, and shit is really just about to get crazy as the season continues. I'm kind of mad they even going on a mid-season break. Like, that feels so unnecessary, and that's gonna piss a lot of people off, but here we are. As usual, you guys can leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know what else you want to see before episode 3, but I'm out.